Hey everyone, my name is Jacob Slade with SteamFirst.com, and today I'm doing a review of Hard Reset, the sci-fi FPS available on Steam. It came out in 2011 from an indie studio, which is really impressive. As you can probably tell from the gameplay you are seeing right now, this game has ridiculously nice graphics, especially considering it came out 3 years ago. Now, I'd also like to point out, if you enjoy this review, be sure to check out my channel. There's a link to it in the description. It's The Syrup Company. I do a lot of reviews just like this one. So to get into this review, obviously the first good thing about this game is, as I've already said, fantastic graphics. The guns look spectacular, nice HD textures. There's reflections, water effects, shadows, lightning effects, if that's a thing, but trust me, it is a thing after you play this game because there's a lot of lightning, a lot of explosions. It's a beautiful game, especially if you like explosions, which is another thing I love about this game, but I'll get into that a bit later. Hard Reset, the most interesting thing about this game is that it tries to bring back the classic FPS that we used to love 10 years ago, such as Doom, Duke Nukem, Shadow Warrior. There's so many great classic FPS games that now a lot of people like me are making YouTube videos about and stuff, talking about how much they love these games. Well, one of the reasons Hard Reset aims to do this is because the classic FPS genre kind of died off after Call of Duty, and now we know the FPS as this arcadey, military type genre, but the classic FPS is still where it's at. And Hard Reset is a classic FPS in every way except for its graphics, because its graphics are really, really nice. And the fact that it has Steam achievements. That's not very classic either. Other than that, though, the game does a fantastic job of emulating the feel of old FPS games. So if you are a fan of Doom, Duke Nukem, you'll feel right at home with this game. The walking is super fast. The jumping is... it just feels just right. You know what I mean if you've played games, again, like Doom and Duke Nukem. The level design is linear, but has a lot of secrets, which level design was one of the key factors to making Doom and Duke Nukem great games. The same applies to Hard Reset. The level design in this game is fantastic. Every time there's a zone with enemies, there's always plenty of explosions, there's plenty of explosives on the wall, or explosive barrels, or lightning traps, or anything really that you can shoot, and it'll wipe out all the enemies on screen. And there's nothing more satisfying than that, in my opinion. Being able to shoot something, you just see a massive explosion, and all the enemies die. Let's be honest with ourselves. We play FPS games for the thrill of an action game, and one of the key things to making a game thrilling and fun is explosions. I talk about that because normally explosions would not be a key factor to what makes a game good, but Hard Reset has so many of them, you just have to love it. Now, the level design also is fantastic in the way that it has many, many secrets. First of all, everything's destructible, pretty much. There's tons of broken walls. You'll see cracked walls all over the levels. You'll see cars, explosive barrels. You can shoot this stuff, it explodes, and boom, there's a secret. There's lots of secrets in this game. Now, unfortunately, the secrets don't go very far. While there are a lot of secrets, all the secrets are essentially the same. Blow up this wall, oh, here's some health, here's some ammo, here's some upgrade points, whatever. So that is disappointing. You never get any new guns from these secrets. From what I could find, you never get any achievements from these secrets. You never get any alternate paths through the levels from these secrets. You never get any alternate boss fights, anything except ammo, health, upgrade points, which, by the way, are the 3 resources of the game, if you couldn't tell by now. Now, this is a problem because there's so many darn secrets in the game, it gets old after a while, to the point where you just stop looking for them. The level design is fantastic, but I feel like the guys who were in charge of placing items in the game kind of missed the mark, because there's not really a reason to explore these secrets other than, oh, I want to say I got all the secrets. That's really the only reason. If you're a completionist, I guess you'd love the secrets. Otherwise, there's really no point to them after the first or second level. Now, something I also really love about this game, obviously, yes, explosions and level design make FPSs good, but the number one thing that makes an FPS good are the guns, and the guns are incredibly fun in this game. You have two standard weapons. You have your machine gun, and you have your electricity kind of alien futuristic gun. Both are fantastic guns. They're both a ton of fun to use. Throughout the entire game, I was conflicted which gun should I be using more, because they're both just so much fun. There's several different modes of fire, automatic, shotgun, charge shot, tons of different ways to shoot these guns, tons of different ways to enjoy these guns. When you're shooting, the screen lights up, there's electricity, fire, bullets everywhere. This is a weird review for me to do, because normally I don't review games like this, but that's what makes Hard Reset so good. It's a very unique game. This isn't the kind of game where you say, oh, it has a fantastic immersive story and the world is so good. It makes you feel like you're one with the characters and you can sympathize with them. No, that is not what Hard Reset is. It's about shooting things, watching things explode. It's beautiful while doing all of this. The level design is amazing. My only complaint with Hard Reset is the long loading times. This game has insanely long loading times considering it came out in 2011 and considering it's running on a 720 or 7200 RPM hard drive on my PC, and I have a very fast PC. It should not be taking 10 minutes to load between levels, but at least it felt like 10 minutes. It was probably more around 5 minutes to load, but still, that's 5 times longer than loading a level in Skyrim. That's how long the load times are in Hard Reset. Now, to give the game credit, it does show cutscenes during this loading time, which I'm not sure if the cutscenes extend the loading time or not, because it seems like the loading time fits perfectly with the cutscenes, so if they made the cutscene skippable, maybe it wouldn't take so long to load. The story, though, really is not worth paying attention to. It's nothing special at all, but the artwork is worth paying attention to. The cutscenes are nicely done. It's a nice comic book style, but unfortunately the story just really is not very good, and you get thrown into the story with pretty much no backstory either, so you really don't know what's happening throughout the entire game. However, again, Hard Reset is all about the gameplay, and it's all about the explosions. And for what it is trying to be, it does a fantastic job of emulating the classic FPS while bringing all the elements of modern FPS that we love into it, such as the nice graphics and a lot of explosions, as I've said 10 billion times. That's my review of Hard Reset. I would highly recommend the game. It's available on Steam. It's also available on the current BundleStars.com FPS Warriors bundle. That's actually where I got the game, and I'm very pleased with it. Thanks for watching, guys. Again, remember to check out my channel, The Syrup Company. A link to the channel is in the description of the video below. Also, of course, remember to check out SteamFirst.com. Subscribe to the SteamFirst YouTube channel. Do everything you possibly can do to follow SteamFirst, because it will take over your life. It's the greatest thing ever. Once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.